Welcome to the vlog, Two Texas Trader friends. This one's going to be no nonsense. This is going to be what sold in January of 2021 for Two Texas Traders. All right, we have about 125 to 130 items listed during this time of the year. January is usually a little bit slow month. We sold 32 items for $1,369.24. That's a average buy of amount of almost $43, which is actually pretty good for us. We tend to make about 65% of whatever the gross amount is on our stuff. So if I sell something for $100, I generally make anywhere from $65 to $70 on that thing. If I'm selling it for a lower amount, $20, let's say, then I tend to make maybe 60 to 65% on those items. So that'll give you an idea of what our net might be. Okay, this first item is a Nike Penn State pair of Nike Air Zoom Pegasus shoes that I bought at Burlington Coat Factory. Retail arbitrage on these little buggers. I paid $22 and sold them for $100. Nice little sale there. You can find shoes at your Ross's and Marshalls and Burlington Coat Factories. They are good for resale. These ones are special ones because they're for university. Those are the kinds I look for, something that's special. I haven't done a whole lot of these. I'm not an expert, but this one turned out really good. The next item is actually two items. It's a Lego set called Lego Lunar Command. It was in a great box. This is an international version. It was actually made in Denmark. It looks like the game had been, the Legos had been used, but they were in fantastic condition. Box was fantastic, instructions, all that kind of stuff. And I took an offer on this of $35, which I think was a pretty low price. But the reason I did it is because they made an offer on two items at one time and said, I'll give you $70 for this pair of items. The other one was a St. Louis Cardinals jersey from the 1980s. You can see it, it's one of those polyester ones. It's by the company named Sandknit. Sandknit is a fantastic vintage jersey. If you get those, they're always good. If it actually was a player's jersey, they're worth a lot of money. This was a generic one, so it was not that expensive. Anyhow, I took an offer on this also for $35, and it was $70 for the two, sent to Hawaii. I couldn't really afford shipping on an individual basis on these, but sending them together was about $13 for shipping, and it made it worthwhile. Okay, the next item is a lot of 9 Steve Earle CDs that I took an offer on for $45. Anytime you can find the same artist for CDs, and a lot of them, it's good. In this particular case, I wanted to tell you the reason why I did is because I bought a box of CDs for 80 CDs for $20, a quarter a piece. So this this cost me $2.25 for all these CDs. I sold them for $45. It paid for everything that I have bought in that lot, plus some. In that lot, I have so far sold 27 CDs of the 80 for a gross of $126. So that's pretty good. I would encourage you guys, if you are at a garage sale or yard sale, to try and buy boxes, lots of things. So like a box of CDs, a box of books. You have to understand the mentality of people who are having a yard sale or garage sale. They aren't necessarily trying to make a lot of money. They're trying to get rid of stuff. So a lot of times you're actually helping them out. You're helping yourself by buying a box of or a lot of items from them. And of course you get a great price. So, all right, the next item is actually two items. We think we told you about the house that we flipped, and there was a whole bunch of stuff in these garages and barns and things like that they had in there. They took most of the stuff, or we junked most of the stuff, but there was a big trunk full of Illuminati New World Order cards. These are by Steve Jackson. If you ever see the name Steve Jackson in a game or cards, they're normally really, really good. This is one of the lots I just sold. 89 cards for $100. And then I sold another one later this month, later in January, another lot, same type of cards, 171 of them for $90. So I'm getting a little over 50 cents a card. There's a lot of those cards in there, so this was a great deal for us. But Steve Jackson, specifically Illuminati New World Order cards, are really interesting. It's scary how much they are mimicking what's going on right now. For example, there's a card called Pandemic. All right, next item. Next item is something that you can piece and part out. And I have realized from watching other people's stuff that you can actually piece stuff out. So my wife and I bought a bread maker to resell. It was gigantic. And it actually was much nicer than ours, so we kept it. So what we do with ours, it was too heavy to ship, so we pieced it out. We sold the pan and the paddle for this thing and the instructions for $37. Because it was relatively light, it didn't cost us very much to ship. If we had tried to ship the whole machine, it'd have been well over 20 pounds, and it would have been quite a bit. But piecing things out is a really good way to go. I'm just learning about this. Oh my gosh, look up dishwasher rack, and you see how much some of those things are selling for. You see all the time on Facebook Marketplace, free. A dishwasher that doesn't work. Holy cow, if you can get the racks from those things, unbelievable. Same with microwaves. Microwave doors and things like that sell for a lot of money. So I'm going to start doing some of that. So you might see some of that in the next couple of videos. Okay, this next item is an interesting one. It is a DVD with dance instruction. If you guys have seen on Facebook, YouTube, a lot of advertisements for a company called Show Her Off. They make dance instruction DVDs. These are relatively new. I sourced this at, I think, a resale store for $2. And you can see I took an offer on it actually for $80. Retail on them is $130. It was brand new in the package, but it's a DVD instruction. So what I find on DVDs is the more unusual the title, the better. A lot of times instruction or instructional DVDs are really, really good. So keep your eye out for those things. All right, the next one. This is a good one. This was a 60 Years of Service by Marjorie Parker. It's an Alpha Kappa Alpha book that has a lot of black history in it. So Alpha Kappa Alpha is a sorority. Anytime you find books on sororities, they're normally really, really good. As a bonus, it has black history in it. That is very, very good. This book did not have its dust cover. It's still sold for $45, 1966. You can see this. Marjorie Parker, July 1966. But anyhow, again, books about sororities and fraternities, especially the older ones, do very, very well. Again, I think I paid $2 for this. No, it says I paid 50 cents for this and sold it for $45. So that's not so bad. All right, this next item, the dreaded glass. So you guys have probably heard me say that I don't like selling glass very much because it's really, really hard. So I bought a lot of 24 dead stock Wilson glasses from 1979. Had the original advertising box and 24 glasses in it. I sold a set of 6 earlier for $65. And then I was listing the other sets of 6, and I said I had a quantity of 3. Somebody asked me if I would sell all 18 of them to them at one time with the box. I told them yes, I would. Here was the box. It shows the glasses. And I sold them for $160 for the other 18. I know this says $64.99, but if you go over here, Here's where I actually showed that he paid $160. He says a note, this is for 18 glasses. Yes, it is, sir. And pretty good deal. You can see this other video that I've got going here, and that is showing me boxing it up, and this is why glass is not very much fun. But on this particular thing, because I sold one for $65, another for $160, it was $225 minus my cost, and actually the shipping between the two boxes was only $30, so I was quite surprised at that. I ended up making about $160 for my $10 investment, so that's not so bad. I'd rather make it with something other than glass if I could. Okay, this next item, this is a lot of 47 kids movies, and here's a little bit of a clip on how I sourced this. Holy cow, look at this stuff right here, right there. Oh my goodness. A lady had a box of DVDs and a bunch of Blu-rays, a bunch of regular, mostly were Disney and stuff. I know that you probably put together a lot of Disneys, so I picked up about 8, 9, 10 of them, and I thought, this is silly. Why am I going through this whole box? I didn't know how many were in the box, but I knew it was quite a few. So I said, I'll give you 25 bucks for the whole box. She said, sure, I'd like to get rid of them. There's 45 Blu-ray DVDs. There are 75 or 77 regular DVDs and 8 Wii games in there for $25. That was a pretty good, darn good buy. All right, coming back to this, it said I had 144 DVDs in this set. 2 of my boxes sold early. This was the last one of them. This one sold for the least amount of money. But anyhow, I bought, as I said, I bought that in a big lot. Again, I encourage you guys to try and buy stuff in lots. I got these, ended up getting these for just pennies for each DVD. The ones that really sold for a lot of money were the Blu-rays. I put a post on our Two Texas Traders Facebook page. If you're not following that, look here, facebook.com, Two Texas Traders. Come on and like our page, and you'll get some additional information about us and maybe some things we source. So we post sometimes when we source some really good stuff. But anyhow, I had a post about the Two Texas Traders sold the last box of DVDs. We paid $25 for the box. We made a net profit of about $130 for between the 3 listings that we had. Again, this was the last one we did. But the point of this one is, again, I've said it 100 times, buy things in bulk, buy things in lots when you can. All right, the next item. Oh, this was a really interesting one. This is a Merle Travis German import lot of 5. It's a 5 CD set. Merle Travis. I've never even heard of Merle Travis. Obviously country and stuff like that. But it was in fantastic condition. Just looked beautiful, like it was brand new. Nothing wrong with the box, everything in the thing. But the interesting part to this one is where I sourced this. So in Texas, many times, you can source things at the library. So almost every library here has a book sale, DVD sale, where they do it not like your big one at the end of the month. This is every single day. You can go in there and look at books and CDs, and that's what I did. I actually took an offer on this for $80, sourced for $1. Check out your library, folks. All right, the next item is a Marc Ecko cut and sew sexy girls photo shoot t-shirt. So this is just a Marc Ecko t-shirt, and it's got like models on it and in various poses. Whether we like it or not, sexy girls sell. This happened to be a 2XL tall t-shirt. I actually held on to this for quite some time. It took like 6 months to sell it. I sourced it for just $2, sold it for $24. I kept getting offers and offers and offers, and I wasn't going to take anything less than about $24 for it. I had started this at like $35, eventually sold it for $24. But Marc Ecko, good brand, and again, sexy girls sell. All right, the next thing is, oh yes, a vintage Cleveland Browns hat. Of course, the Browns have had a really great year. This is a sports specialties hat. We'll get to that in a minute. It's a snapback from the 90s. Very relatively rare hat. I actually took an offer on this for $50. But it's a really cool hat. It's got the brown stripe on it. You don't see a whole lot of these. I did show that there was a little tiny flaw on the front right of the hat. There's a snapback bad picture right here. Ooh, I could have done so much better with that. Again, sports specialties. If you see sports specialties hats, they're from the late 80s, early 90s, and they are very, very collectible. I really didn't want to take $50 for this hat, but the NFL season is over. The Browns are out of the playoffs, so I didn't want to wait a whole other year until NFL started again. So I took an offer of this for $50. I sourced it for 50 cents, so it's still a pretty good deal. Again, sports specialties are some of the other hats from the 80s and 90s. Some of them sell for hundreds of dollars, so always be on the lookout for that. Okay guys, I think that's just about going to do it. Again, January sales in general are down because it's after Christmas time. I think we did relatively well by selling what we sold, 32 items in January when we have a store that has about 125 items in it. I expected 30 to 40 items. We were right on that. Average sell was over $40, so I was really pleased with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please press the thumbs up. Leave us a comment, let us know what you like and what you don't like, and smash that like button, and most importantly, please subscribe to Bill and Vicki, Two Texas Traders. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic, wonderful, and blessed day and week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.